Waking up in a world where you never have to fold laundry, do the dishes, or carry heavy bags again. Today, this world is much closer than you think. Meet the Figure 3, AI's most advanced humanoid robot yet. From dishes, kitchens, factories, this robot isn't just a machine, it's a partner designed to free your time, transform your day, and refine what it means to be a human in an AI-driven future. A brand new Figure 3 robot enhances your life. It features feather-light hands and tactile sensors, along with palm-mounted cameras, allowing it to manipulate anything from towels to delicate glassware with human-like skill. Its battery, safety features, and wireless charging make it ideal for home use, and it was just tested in Northern California. While its AI-driven system, Helix, gives it the ability to learn and act with real reasoning power. Engineered for mass deployment, with production lines ready to bring humanoid robots to everyday environments, from homes to supermarkets and manufacturing floors. Robots like Figure 3, Tesla's Optimus, and Boston Dynamics Atlas are helping solve labor shortages, automate industrial tasks, and make dangerous jobs much safer for humans. You see, real-world tasks, with each upgrade of the Figure 3, it moves closer into being a true general-purpose robot. It can fold clothes, load dishes, and even respond to spoken commands thanks to the powerful AI models. Imagine a trusted assistant at home, ready to help with your chores, giving family the precious time to free up their time and spend time with their loved ones. Figure 3's proprietary Helix AI absorbs huge volumes of human action videos, enabling Figure 3 to understand natural speech and perform complex tasks using continuous learning from real-world data. Built for quick updates and fleet-wide improvement, these robots get smarter and smarter every day over time. The broad impact and the ethics that have to do with this, as robots take on critical roles in healthcare, construction, and logistics, we must also consider ethical deployment. In fact, that's going to be our next story coming right up. But the workforce, it's transitioning, and the promise of greater human-robot collaboration is right on point, with the market aiming for millions of humanoid robots in less than 10 years by the year 2035. The world is entering a new age of productivity and inclusivity. You see, the thing is this Future 3 robot, it isn't just a robot. It's proof that future of AI helpers are here to stay. Imagine what you could do with more free time and a partner powered by cutting-edge technology, ready to help whenever you need it. If you want to stay ahead of the curve on all the AI and robotics, be sure to like this video and share it with your friends, and subscribe to Useful AI Hacks and toggle that notification bell. We launch new Useful AI Hacks videos telling you all the latest in the AI industry, AI platforms, and everything you need to know about the upcoming AI that is here today. So be sure to hit that notification bell so you get notified when our next Useful AI Hacks video.
General robotics, it seems, is still a long way from becoming a reality.
So there were occasions where I was watching the robot folding towels and loading a washer. And it's kind of clear that it can kind of do those things pretty well, but there were times when one of the towels dropped out of the washer and it was unable to pick it up. So how do you get from there to your vision of general robotic overlord that can do anything you want it to?
Yeah, overlord, nice. I think the short answer is we feel like data fixes almost all this at this point. And we've seen that in almost all the demonstrations we do, where even in the early stages, we would say towel folding or like the logistics use case. Like it just like wasn't that great. It made a bunch of mistakes. As we added more data, it got like faster. It made less mistakes. Still had some mistakes there, and all that is sort of like asymptotically like basically approaching zero. It's like getting close to human levels in terms of like we can run them for like hours and hours, and it just like performs really well.
Large language models, like ChatGPT, prove that if you scale up the amount of data and computing power used to train a neural network, it would gain surprising new capabilities across the board. Figure is one of a group of companies attempting to apply that insight to robotics. The company is spending big to collect video data of humans performing tasks, like folding clothes and cleaning homes, in a bid to teach robots to do the same thing. The big question is, will it work? The company says early experiments have already yielded promising results. Some of the last generation of robot, the Figure 2, are already working in a BMW factory in South Carolina, moving parts that ultimately make it into the BMW X3.
One of our core focuses in the roadmap here is that how do we ship robots basically into every consumer home in the world. We want to do what we do all day in the home, and just like things I hate, like I don't want to do laundry, I don't want to do dishes, I don't want to clean up the house. And we haven't really had any like large breakthroughs in the home in terms of automation for like decades. So our view is that the robot will not only act as like your companion in your home, being able to share like very deep memory and be able to like basically talk to you basically just with speech, and then ultimately be able to do everything you do in the home that you don't want to do.
But upon its launch this October, the Figure 3 won't be ready for your home. Not only is the robot not yet useful enough to be an Android butler, but Figure says it also has many unsolved safety challenges. Large language models are notorious for sometimes going off the rails, and that controllability problem will extend to the systems that power humanoid robots too. There's also the problem of ensuring that the robot doesn't fall over, cause property damage, or injure its human cohabitants.
Getting the robot to be extremely safe in the home long term is a really hard problem. I would say now we're tracking like almost like 15 different areas for safety. There's like a physical safety thing of like the system safety engineering needs to be done really well. There's like cybersecurity that we need to do really well. How do we do encryption at scale? We have a safety lead here that previously worked on basically mobile robotics. We have a cybersecurity lead that came from like one of the top groups in cybersecurity here in the US. They each have teams, and we're basically trying to spend basically a large focus on trying to figure out how do we enter first, which will be US homes, and then global, in a safe way, and do high performance work.
If there's even a small chance that this audacious company can succeed in its goal, the implications would be world-changing. With the global population expected to peak this century before heading into decline, the arrival of robots might allow the world economy to continue growing, even as human labour becomes less abundant. Thanks to robots, the cost of goods and services might plummet, potentially enabling an increased quality of life for all. But liberating humans from work would also mean liberating them from their paychecks. Robots would do the same for manual labour as cloud-based AI threatens to do for office work, creating a joblessness crisis that Adcock says should be addressed with some form of universal basic income. At the same time, though, this billionaire entrepreneur is already calculating how to win control of what he expects to be a $40 trillion industry, and one that tends towards monopoly.
You're making like a synthetic human.
Right.
That's like really cheap. It works like 7 days a week, like 20 to 24 hours a day, and like just wants to keep working and learning. How many cheap humans, synthetic humans, could you sell in the world to do stuff? I mean, I think billions in the workforce for sure. I think every human would want one, so you have like close to 10 billion there. I do feel there'll be a point, probably in the Bay Area first, where you walk out and you see more humanoids than humans. Yeah, it's gonna be here, right? And that'll feel crazy. I look at this like, I grew up reading a bunch of crazy sci-fi and dreaming of this, but I think it'll be amazing to have like humanoids out and about, and you can talk to like a human. It can basically do things for you. It's a companion, knows you better than probably maybe anybody else. So I'm like really looking forward to it. We're not designing the robots to like harm humans or weaponize things like this. We're designing them to do really useful work for humanity.
So, as you can see, they just introduced Figure 3 today, October 9th, 2025. They say today we're introducing Figure 3, our third generation humanoid robot. Figure 3 is designed for Helix, the home, and the world at scale. Our goal is to deliver a truly general purpose robot, one that can perform human-like tasks and learn directly from people. To realize this vision, our engineering and design teams completed a ground-up hardware and software redesign to ship Figure 3. For Helix, Figure 3 features a completely redesigned sensory suite and hand system which is purpose-built to enable Helix Figure's proprietary vision language action AI. For the home, Figure 3 has several new features, including soft goods, wireless charging, improved audio system for voice reasoning, and battery safety enhancements that make it safer and easier to use in a home environment. You see, mass manufacturing, the Figure 3 was engineered from the ground up for high volume manufacturing. In order to scale, they established a new support chain, an entirely new process for manufacturing humanoid robots at BotQ. The lower manufacturing cost and the advancements have made Helix significant benefits and ready for commercial applications. Here they are testing it in Northern California. Look at that. It walks just like normal. Can you imagine? You might have one of those in your household in the next few years. Prices on all this are going to come down. And, hey, are you going to have to ask your kids to put away their toys? Or maybe you might want the Helix to help you with putting away your computer systems or setting it up for you so you can start doing your work, cleaning house, you name it. It's going to be saving time so that you can spend time with your loved ones and friends and family. There's no path to scaling humanoid robots without AI. That's why they built Figure 3 around one goal: to enable true reasoning through the world using Helix. Figure 3 introduces a fully redesigned sensory suite and hand system purpose-built to bring Helix to life. Figure 3 introduces the next generation vision system engineered for high-frequency visual motor control. Its new camera architecture delivers twice the frame rate, 1/4 of the latency, and 60% wider field of view per camera, all within more compact form factor. Combined with an expanded depth of field, this architecture provides Helix with a deeper, denser, more stable perpetual stream. These advancements are essential for integrating intelligent navigation and precise manipulation in complex, cluttered spaces such as homes. Tired of doing laundry? Have the Helix do it for you. Each hand now integrates an embedded palm camera with a wide field of view and low latency sensing, which offers redundant, close-range visual feedback during grasps. These cameras allow Helix to maintain visual awareness even when the main cameras are oculated. As an example, when reaching out into a cabinet or working in a confined space, it enables continuous adaptive control in real time. So you don't have to fold your laundry anymore. Have the Helix do it for you. Figure 3 hands represent a major leap in compliant and tactile design. Softer, more adaptive fingertips increase surface contact area, enabling more stable grasps across objects of varied shapes and sizes. After surveying existing market options, Figure found that current tactile sensors had inherent limitations that could not withstand real-world use. This led them to an internal development process of their first-generation tactile sensor, guided by 3 principles: extreme durability, long-term reliability, and high-fidelity sensing. Each finger sensor can detect forces as small as 3 grams of pressure sensitive enough to register the weight of a paper clip resting on your finger. This precision enables Helix to distinguish between a secure grip and an impending slip before it occurs, allowing the fine-grained, dexterous control over fragile, irregular, or moving objects, as you can see here. It's able to pick up the egg. Okay, the apple, fine. It picked up the egg just fine without cracking it, and it picked up one card out of the whole bunch. There's not two cards there. It was able to grab just the one. See, figure 3, it also includes 10 gigabytes per second MMM wave data offloading capacity, allowing the entire fleet of upload terabytes of data for continuous learning and improvement. Together, these advancements position figure 3 as a uniquely capable of large-scale end-to-end pixel-to-action learning. Designed for the home, to operate effectively in the home, robots must work seamlessly alongside people in their daily environments. With this in mind, Figure 3 introduces several design improvements focused on safety. It features specifically strategically placed multi-density foam to protect against pinch points, and is covered in soft textiles, rather than hard machine parts. Figure 3 also has 9% less mass and significantly less volume than Figure 2, making it easier to maneuver through household spaces. See, the Figure 3 battery, it pushes the bounds for robot battery safety and incorporates multi-layers of protection against abuse and malfunction, introducing safeguards at the battery management system level, cell, interconnect, and pack levels. The battery has already achieved certification to the UN 38.3 standard. Beyond safety, Figure 3 is designed for everyday usability. The soft goods are fully washable and can be removed and replaced without tools, allowing quick and easy swaps. The robot can also be customized with various clothing options, including garments made from cut-resistant and durable materials. As you can see here, the robot is wearing regular clothes. It makes it easier to communicate naturally with the robot. Figure 3 features an upgraded audio hardware system for best real-time speech-to-speech communication. Compared to Figure 2's, its speaker is twice the size and nearly 4 times more powerful, while the microphone has been repositioned for improved performance and clarity. Continuing the vision for a fully autonomous wire-free system, Figure 3 is capable of wireless induction charging alongside wireless data offload. Charging coils in the robot's feet allow it to simply step onto a wireless stand and charge at a 2 kilowatt rate. In home settings, this means the robot can automatically dock itself and recharge itself as needed throughout the day. It knows it's going low, it feels its battery down, so it just walks over to the charging station, stands there, and charges. You don't have to put it on the charging station. You don't have to take it off the charging station. It does it all on its own. See, it's designed for mass manufacturing. Humanoid robots have traditionally been designed as engineering prototypes. They're not really out in production. The times of consuming and expensive things to produce are getting near the end. Figure 3 is their robot that's engineered from the ground up for high volume manufacturing. And they've achieved this through 3 major initiatives: design and process reinvention, establishing an entirely new supply chain, and the invention of bot Q, their high volume manufacturing facility. And this is Bot Q right here. They say, introducing Bot Q, Figure's new high-volume manufacturing facility for humanoid robots. Bot Q's first-generation manufacturing line will be capable of manufacturing up to 12,000 humanoid robots per year. This is just the start, as they are going to scale up considerably from there. Over the past 8 months, Figure hardware and manufacturing engineering teams have been building an efficient and scalable manufacturing process from the ground up. And they're excited to share it today. It just launched. You see, they featured vertical integrated manufacturing, where Figure has made the decision to bring the manufacturing of their humanoid robots in-house to control the build process, quality, and guarantee that they will be delivering high-functioning robots to the market. They build software infrastructure. Like for the last 6 months, they've been building the underlying software infrastructure that supports high-volume manufacturing and building robots. And that's right. You think humans are doing it anymore? No. Figure's humanoid robots will be used in their manufacturing process to build other humanoid robots. This will take place in less than a year. They project the number of humanoid robots involved will grow substantially over time and increase the automation. See, their roadmap to scalable manufacturing, it's basically rethinking robot architecture. Achieving high production rate starts at an early stage of engineering design. After building the internally manufactured Figure 2, the team recorded and analyzed cycle times for every process, from part of fabrication to final assembly. The largest driver of the assembly time started at the root. It was basically counting and manufacturing processes. See, Figure 2 was designed as a prototype, extensively used in high complexity, tight tolerance, numerical control machine processes, which CNC is basically, it's a great process to design for prototypes, and it holds value in high tolerance components, but it does not scale well in trying to drastically reduce both part costs and time to make the components. You see, part count was also heavily considered. If you have to join 2 parts together, it takes time to perform that operation. And instead, if you can combine many parts into one, the cycle time goes a lot faster and brings down production costs, speeds up production costs, you name it. So hence, they have since completed the design for the next generation robot, Figure 3, which was just launched today, October 9th, which is part of the production robot build, affordability, and high volume manufacturing. In order to achieve production manufacturing rates, Figure switched to tool processes such as injection molding, die casting, metal injection molding, and stamping, which enabled them to save thousands of hours on manufacturing. Parts were previously sent over, a week to the CNC machine. Now they can be manufactured in under 20 seconds with complex steel models. In addition to manufacturing at high rates, Figure is revamping their focus on robot reliability. The reliability team, located at Bot Q, the reliability team needs specialized equipment, including high temperature ovens, dedicated actuator testers, and future analysis equipment to understand root cause of failures. Using this data, Figure can inform the robot designer to ensure reliability metrics are met. And they essentially have their supply chain easy to scale to 100,000 robots or even 3 million actuators within the next 4 years. One key aspect to producing products like this is basically understanding operations in the production line that should be automated and which should be manual. Historically, humanoid robots have been built in a low volume and automated way. However, Figure has chosen key elements to process to automate in the short term by looking at metrics such as quality and speed. For example, an automation of quality is the automated grease dispense station for their motor gearboxes. They control the location and the volume of the gearbox grease. So basically, Figure has presented BotQ, the high volume manufacturing facility, with initial production lines capable of manufacturing up to 12,000 humanoid robots per year. And their robot volumes will only grow substantially from there. They've outlined the plan stating their full robot architecture redesign, which includes integrating supply chain and introducing new enterprise software for scalability. BotQ represents a major leap in humanoid robot manufacturing. Figure's focus on the home market is no way distraction from what potential of Figure 3 can be in the commercial market. By solving the vulnerability and interactability of the home, Figure is developing a purely general purpose product that can do the wildest possible range of tasks in the workforce. Figure 3 is well suited for commercial applications for several reasons. The actuators can perform at 2 times faster speeds with improved torque density, and most significant result of this is their ability to pick up and place items at a faster speed. Check this out. That's just crazy. Look at that. Are you going to have your Amazon jobs for much longer? Well, not if Figure 3 has something to do with it. Their improvements of their hands-on sensory suite has made it for Helix a major significance for commercial use applications. The camera and perception system upgrades that Figure 3 will be able to intelligently navigate commercial environments and execute precise manipulation. A new AI actor use California law just went into effect yesterday. Governor Newsom signed a bill that was called the Assembly Bills 1836 and 2602, establishing strict limits on the use of AI-generated replicas of an actor's likeness or voice. The legislation marks one of the most comprehensive state-level efforts in the United States to address the growing ethical and legal concerns surrounding artificial intelligence in the entertainment industry. It's protecting both living and deceased actors. The new law extends legal protections not only to the living actors, but also to deceased performers, ensuring that their image, voice, and creative legacy cannot be digitally recreated without explicit consent. You see, families and estates of late entertainers will now have a stronger legal standing to prevent exploitation through AI-generated content that mimics their loved ones. Under AB 1836 and AB 2602, explicit consent and formal contracts are now mandatory before any AI-generated likeness or vocal reproduction can be created or used for commercial purposes. This includes digital doubles, voice synthesis, and virtual performances. The law ensures that actors maintain control over their personal identity and artistic integrity, closing loopholes that prevented them previously, allowing studios or third parties to generate AI versions without proper authentication. It's built on the momentum of SAG-AFTRA's strike, See, these legislative victories, they built upon the hard-fought gains of the SAG-AFTRA's 2023 strike, where AI protections were central issues in the negotiations. The strike brought global attention to how rapidly evolving AI tools could reshape creative industries, pushing lawmakers to act. SAG-AFTRA's leadership has raised bills calling them critical step towards ensuring that human creativity remains valued and protected in an AI-driven future. The union emphasizes that these laws set a precedent for other states, and even countries could soon follow with the proposed guardrails. So basically, California's home to both Hollywood and Silicon Valley. And now that stands at the forefront of balancing technological innovation with human rights. As AI continues to blur the lines between human and machine creativity, Assembly Bill 1836 and Assembly Bill 2602 provide a roadmap for how policymakers can safeguard identity, authenticity, and consent in the digital age. What does this mean for creators and AI developers? Well, for AI developers, content creators, and production companies, these laws signal the need for greater transparency, documentation, and ethical use of AI tools. Before using AI models, likeness data, or motion captures, entities must now verify that proper authorization exists or face potential legal action. This legislation represents a turning point in how societies regulate AI's intersection with art, media, and personal identity. It's not only a win for actors, but it's also a win for furthering ethical use of AI. You want to stay up to date on the latest AI news? Be sure to toggle that notification bell and subscribe to Useful AI Hacks. Like the video and share it with your friends and family so that they get to stay up to date on the latest AI news, AI platforms, and everything going on in the AI industry. I'm Jason James. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.
To the world to do everything from work in the commercial market, and then ultimately we want to put a robot in every home in the world.